Now for the news. Glad you can join us, and welcome to the P.G.M show.
Hello and welcome to the P.G.M show. I'm your host, Peter Gordon-McKinnon, and I hope you are all well, being safe, taking care of yourselves, everywhere in the whole wide world. Maybe silly to say, but I'm saying this because I like you. In the US, UK, Australia, and in New Zealand. Thanks for listening. Yes, I'm doing a voiceover review for this film, and I have gone back to Tim Burton. Yes, in my trailer I said I'm doing Batman Returns, and here it is. What did I like about it? Well, I liked it because it's a blockbuster hit. It was a success. This movie was darker than the first. Of course it was. Having two new or comic book old characters in Batman's rogue gallery, be it played brilliantly by Michelle Pfeiffer, Selena Kyle, and Catwoman, and the amazing Danny DeVito, well cast, both of them, as the Penguin and Oswald Cobblepot. So Tim Burton came back to actually direct this film. He took 2 years out to actually do another film, Edward Scissorhands, and then he was ready to do Batman Returns. He had it all lined up with the pictures that he drew for the characters, for the character, the Penguin, with Danny DeVito to actually go over and look at and get the right essence for being the Penguin and Oswald Cobblepot. Well, those drawings paid off because he saw a little drawing of a baby with flippers that he took inspiration. And when he saw this, he said, yes, that is Oswald Cobblepot, that is the Penguin, and that is how I'm going to play it. And really, he did play it, and he played it to perfection. In the case of Selena Kyle, well, even not looking at the pictures, but I really think she probably did. I can't speculate on that because she probably did. This character was made by the brilliant acting of Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, did you see that whipping of the head off the heads of mannequins? I sure did. Woo! And the reaction and actions of her character with Batman, she played this character again to perfection. Having a romantic interlude with Bruce Wayne, and then knowing Bruce Wayne was Batman, made it more complicated. And with Batman having quirks, quips, grins, being Batman, and being a little bit more of a human instead of the Batmans we see today, be it Christian Bale's Batman, dark, brooding, and Matt Reeves's Robert Pattinson Batman being dark and vicious. We see a light-hearted Batman here, and that's okay too. Batman before this, Tim Burton's film Batman, I should say, Michael Keaton was brooding, but this one, it seems to me Michael Keaton has put himself into the Batman character, and again, that's okay. For me, anyway. In this second Batman Returns, Michael Keaton got an upgrade. In Batman fandom, online magazine, or what have you, this is what it is said on there, the second Batsuit was more armoured plated in appearance. It seemed somewhat more mass-produced than its predecessor, as Bruce Wayne had a walk-in vault to select and assemble from multiple suit pieces that were present, designed by Bob Ringwood. We see also, with the Batmobile being in it, he had almost a bat integrated speed surf ski type vehicle that ran down the piping or pipeline of the Penguin's lair to get to him. That was awesome to look at and see. I don't know what it was called, but it was awesome. In the Penguin lair scene, Tim Burton had to drop down the temperature for the real penguins, and you could see the breath of their vocals when they were doing their lines. That would have been really hard to do because it would have been really freaking cold. But good for the penguins. The chemistry with the Penguin and Catwoman and Batman, their play and their playing and their actions to reactions were just awesome to watch, with Batman playing off the either romantic side and then the action side, and then to find out Selena Kyle was Catwoman made it more enjoyable to watch because it was more complicated. And Oswald Cobblepot saying that he is an actual freak and Batman was wearing a mask to act like a freak. Great contrast in that line. It really played and really played on the whole entire film for me, with Penguin against Batman. Having Christopher Walken's character as Max Schreck, just brilliant, pulling the strings, making the Penguin be a puppet, but he lost out in the end because Selena Kyle was an employee of Max and she ended up killing Shrek because of his coldness and his incompetency, and she took revenge on him. The sense of meekness, and then when she got pushed out the window by Shrek, when she came back to life by cats eating her fingers, she played the cat brilliantly with the sense of playfulness, but also vengefulness, and ruthlessness, that she just didn't give a rat's ass for either the good guys or good girls or the bad guys or the good guys. She was, in fact, and is in the comic books, she plays two sides, and she played two sides to this coin again perfectly. I love how you can quote the quotable lines, or some of the quotable lines in this film, be it meow, a simple meow, and then the whole shop explodes. Brilliant, funny, and exciting, as to Selena Kyle's portrayal of. I can't get enough of it because it was so playful and vicious at the same time. I love that line where she is licking Batman and there's mistletoe up above, and classic line that got replayed at the dance or at the party, and then they knew who they really were. That was also brilliantly done by Tim Burton and the script. I don't sense this script being reworked in any way. It could have been, but I sense they stuck to the script. They shot out a sequence of the storyline and script. So that was a little bit discombobulating with Michelle Pfeiffer, because she didn't know where she was half the time. You really think you'll win, don't you? Brilliant line. I always wait for that line in this film. One of my all-time favourite lines. And meow is another all-time favourite lines. Also, the line I can't remember when they are fighting and then she licks his face in his Batman cowl and they're under a mistletoe. And then that line again is said when they're at the party, Max Shreck's party, and then they find out who they really are behind the mask. Brilliant. Cannot say enough about that scene, all those scenes or lines. It just works. It totally does. It works. And in this stage of my review, I'm just doting on this film and the lines because I enjoy it. It's a big popcorn moment and it's a big popcorn movie. It's a blockbuster movie that really, I think, did well, has done well, and still holds up. I think it's one of Tim Burton's crowning achievements. It's his film. It's not Warner Brothers' film. You can sense that because all the darkness of this film is really what you see in Tim Burton's films. I'm just saying. And that's what the enjoyment of it. It's a Christmas film. But it also says to me, it's a Christmas film and a Halloween film all rolled into one. Cobblepot wants to be a human, but he's not. He's a freak. That's what he said to Batman, almost. He said that, really, I'm the real freak. You're just dressed in a cape. So that's the question answered, really. But he wants to know about his real past. His parents, who have died, sadly, and he forgave them. So Shreck sets out, this is Max Shreck, sets out to make Oswald Copperpot the mayor. Because Shreck does not like the mayor. He wants to dethrone the mayor so Shreck can have more power. So he plays the puppeteer. He plays the man pulling the strings of Oswald Copperpot. Oswald Copperpot and Catwoman frame Batman. They do all they can to set his car up as a bomb, but that didn't work out, and Penguin's craziness of controlling the Batmobile doesn't work either. The Penguin kills off the girl who lights the Christmas tree, and Batman is framed for it. But as diabolical as these plans of framing and betrayal, they don't work. And in fine fashion, Batman thwarts the evil plan of Catwoman and the Penguin and Max Shreck. So in short, Batman kills the Penguin and Catwoman kills Max Shreck by giving up more of her cat lives. She only has 9, she only has 1 left. And she kills Max by the taser she got from the other villain, who was just a henchman, and she electrifies Max to death. The marketing was okay because this movie was a success. Not so as to Batman, but it's a good start for the franchise that fell away, you could say. That's my opinion, though. Joel Schumacher got to direct the other two. Not as good, mind you. I think Joel Schumacher wanted to do what Tim Burton did and make it darker, but I don't think Warner Brothers wanted the movies to be dark. So they kind of let Tim Burton go in saying that he wanted more projects to do. Wouldn't you want to do more of your own projects? That was Tim Burton's cue to actually, so you don't want me to do any more? So that was his cue to leave. And he did. And Joel Schumacher, well, he created his Batmans with Batman Forever, with Val Kilmer playing the titular role. And then, when Val Kilmer didn't want to play him again twice, in stepped George Clooney with Robin, played by Chris O'Donnell. It was a lot more campier. It had Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Mr. Freeze and Uma Thurman playing Poison Ivy, and for Batman Forever you had Tommy Lee Jones playing Two-Faced. Yeah, where was Billy D. Williams? Nowhere to be seen. Even Billy D. Williams wasn't in this movie either, which I thought he was, so I'll correct that now. He wasn't playing Harvey Dent. And playing the Riddler, as I move on, was none other than Jim Carrey. So, either love it or hate it, and I love it because I am a fan of Tim Burton's work. I am a fan of Batman because it was a major blockbuster, crowd-pleasing, because people were lined up just to even watch the trailer again and again and again. It was a multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar franchise that changed the history of comic book franchises to date. And this one, Batman Returns, well, it's no exception because it is brilliant. So, I would sit down any day of the week, month or year, with popcorn or chips and a big drink, whatever you want. Sit down, escape for a couple of hours, and watch Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, kick ass. To put it plainly, it's a popcorn movie. Plain and simple as that. And as plain and simple as that, I bid you adieu. Yes, goodbye from me. So, stay safe, people. Take care, people. Until next time, see you later. When I heard this about Tim Burton introducing Nicolas Cage to be Superman in this universe of Michael Keaton's Batman, I was intrigued. And I did not know this, but this didn't come to pass. There is a documentary on the story, a behind-the-scenes look at Nicolas Cage in costume, and how it was going to be done. But we'll never know how that was going to turn out.